Hey guys, good morning. Alright, so those who have been wondering, I am right here in Sri Lanka, so don't stress about what's happening with China right now, guys. So I've been here since, what day did I get here? What day did I get here? The 13th. So, yesterday my phone was blowing up with messages and calls, and people were stressing about where I was or what I was doing and if I was in China. And Uwe, where are you? I was so stressed out yesterday. But thankfully, I am not in China right now. So, what are you guys up to? How's your hair going? How are things with Oh my god, I didn't realize how. Only when I'm filming, I realize how loud it is. Before that, I don't realize. Yeah. I'm okay, guys. Yo, yesterday was like, okay, I've been following the virus in China since, um, I would say the end of December, which is when we knew about it. But there were very few cases of the virus happening. And, oh, thanks for the thumbs up already. Pow, pow, thumbs up. And, yeah, I already knew it was happening, but I was following it because I'd gone to Thailand for the first week of January. And I was keeping like an eye on it here and there, and then eventually um, I went back to school for a week, and then we were off again for another month. And while we were there, like when I got to Sri Lanka, I'm like, this thing is getting out of hand. It started to blow up, and that was even before there were thousands of people infected. So by the time I got to Sri Lanka, it was like going like crazy. So everybody now panicking. I'm like, yo, I panicked when I first heard about it, you know. So I love you guys too. So I just wanted to come on quickly to let you all know that yo, I'm right here in Sri Lanka. I'm alright. I'm not in China right now. So let me tell you what's going on in China. That, as far as I know, I don't know. Okay, so first of all, one of the questions that, like, first of all, let me ask you all this. Post any questions you'll have about the situation that's happening right now, and I'll see if I could answer some of them, right? So, um, I don't even know where to start. So, first of all, you were hearing rumors like it started from a market, a wild animal market. So we started to see like pictures of some of the animals some of people were eating in the wild market. People were eating animals like camels and porcupines, donkey, rats, cats. Like everything was. We actually saw the picture of what the menu is like in this market, and um, so at first we were like, okay, this is off. Like, hmm, we know some Chinese, not all Chinese. Some Chinese eat dogs. Some of them eat cats. Some of them eat rats. But I'm like, that's what you eat. That's not my problem. And then they started to say, well, it originated from that wild animal market. And then next thing we hear, well, the latest thing I've heard was that it's from bats. It jumped from snakes to bats to humans. So that's the other thing. I'm not sure about that part. Hi, Bata. Good morning. I wake up early every morning. What are you talking about? I'm joking. Can I only have tea this morning? I'm not very hungry. I had a big dinner last night. Yeah, I had a big dinner last night. So only tea for me this morning. Is that okay? Only tea, thank you. Sorry? Today? No, no, no. You want me to leave? Basa. I'm staying a few more days. So, anyways, yes, what was, yeah, yeah. So that's what we were hearing at first, right? So eventually, I'll be honest, I don't believe that. I'm just saying. I've been talking to people about conspiracy theories. I do not believe that's. Let's just say, I'm not just saying, there is. You can Google it yourself. You can Google it yourself. But there is a lab in Wuhan where the virus was started, and it's where the world's most dangerous diseases and pathogens are studied. Just saying, you do your deductions from that. The lab is there, Wuhan's there, outbreak. Just saying. You could blame bats and cats and rats all you want, but I'm just saying that. Anywho's, right, so that's the first thing I was hearing, and then it started to spread like crazy. But the thing too is that I kind of don't believe how many numbers they're saying. Anyway, so at this point in time, I'm on vacation already. But every day I'm like monitoring it, and I'm like, okay. First there were like a few in Wuhan, and then we started to get updates. Like there's more and more and more and more that's going on. And the crazy about this, like the really crazy thing about the whole virus too, is that the virus in China is that it was released like literally just before the biggest traveling holiday. It happened just before the biggest traveling. Y'all don't understand how much Chinese travel for Chinese New Year. It is insane. So, like, okay, so we get vacation for Chinese New Year. Some companies give you 2 weeks, some give you a month, some give you 6 weeks, and you can do it with that whatever you want, right? You can go off and travel. You could stay. Most Chinese, what they do, they'll work outside of their hometown. So when they get their vacation, they go to back to their hometown. So most of them working in the big cities, and they go back to their hometowns, and it's like huge. Everybody's trying to get on the train. Everybody's trying to get on the planes to fly and travel and have vacation and stuff. So you think about it too. Chinese, more and more Chinese are traveling now. So a lot of them are leaving the country. They're traveling to different countries now, because one, they can afford it, and two, before they didn't have passports, they have passports now. So hey, why not use it, right? And yeah, so this happened just before that biggest traveling holiday, and then everybody left traveling as normal, and then this virus was just brewing. So whoever had it, they traveled. They traveled out of Wuhan. They traveled to other countries. They traveled to other cities, and it was just like the perfect storm of circumstances if you wanted something to spread. It was just crazy. So, hi. No, it's okay. It's okay. I'm speaking with somebody. Yeah. Oh, you talking to myself? No, it's okay. It's okay. Also, you can say hi. Hey guys, this is Fabrice. You can't see that, but he can see you. Fabrice, he's from France, and he's here at the same hostel as I am. Okay, so and then we started to hear different things. So at first, I didn't know what was causing the virus, and eventually they were like, okay, let's say it was bats, and then first they said it was snakes, and then they said it was bats, and then first they said it was wild animals, then snakes, then bats. So I'm like, what is it? You want to make up your minds. So, anyways, right now it's like a huge panic because I guess the virus has hopped to different countries, and I guess people don't know, they don't, because it's new, no one knows how to cure it or how to deal with it and stuff. All right. So let me see what questions you guys are asking so far. I don't know how it's caused, to be honest. You'll ask if it's caused by eating bats. I don't know. What kind of virus is it? It's kind of like a flu, but what we were hearing at first is that it starts as a flu. It starts with coughing and sneezing and stuff, and then it leads to like a high fever, and then from the high fever, it develops to pneumonia. So when we were first hearing about cases, we were just hearing about these pneumonia-like symptoms, where people's lungs were getting filled with fluid and so on. I guess that's pretty scary. That's pretty scary. Because it was happening kind of fast too for a lot of people, and they didn't know what to do or how to deal with it. And then the other thing they were saying, well, and if you have like a poor immune system, then those are the people who are mostly infected. And yeah, just. And now the latest thing that we're hearing is that there aren't even symptoms. So you can be infected with it. You may not have the symptoms, but you can still be contagious. So that's the other thing too. So like a lot of things are evolving over time. Like this thing is not straightforward. I guess that's the scary thing about it. What's scaring a lot of people. It's not like a straightforward virus as well. Um, yeah. All right. So when and if do you go back? So that's the other thing. So let me get to that now. So at first we weren't hearing anything from our schools with regard to coming back to China. I think our normal return date was because our return date was in February, and then eventually I actually booked my ticket literally like a few days before this thing started to like go crazy, and it's okay. And what happened? Yeah, and then like a few days after booking my ticket, my school sent a message saying that yeah, we're starting back the 7th of February, guys. Don't even come back till the 17th. So, to be honest, like we're not a lot of different expats who are out right now. They're not. They're not even. They don't even think that we're gonna return the 17th of February. It might be March. It might be March that we're returning to China, and because they still don't know. There are a lot of things that are happening with regards to returning. One, like the flights back to China are getting grounded. They're not getting access. Like China is not even. It's not even a destination to fly to. It seems now. Airlines are canceling their flights. Quite a few airlines are canceling their flights. Into China, flights out of China are getting cancelled. It's getting locked. China's getting locked down like in a serious way. My school, there's some teachers who are still at my school. They didn't travel for the they didn't travel for the Chinese New Year, so they were at school the entire time. This was like building and increasing, and now they are literally trapped at school. So if you're at school, you can't leave your apartment. You can't allow anyone to come into your apartment. So basically, you're on lockdown in school right now, and a lot of cities. So at first, they locked down Wuhan, but honestly, they should have locked down Wuhan where it started like a month before they actually did it. So, but I guess they thought they could have controlled it or they could have like stopped the spread of it, but it was happening so fast. Doctors were dying. Not yeah, it wasn't just like people who had their immunity compromised. It was also it was it seems as though it was just it's more than just older people who were dying and younger kids and stuff. So, um, what else? So you get a locked down the first city, which was like first it was like 11 million people and then 20 million people. And think I don't know how many million people have been locked down. And then I've been hearing slowly different cities are getting locked down outside of Wuhan as well. I guess they're trying something. It's kind of difficult when the people who were probably infected they already left the city, so they can't get back in. So that means they're hiding out somewhere else, you know. So let's see. Are there more people infected than reported? I believe so. I really think so. Because I was telling people, because everybody's asking me that question. I'm like, y'all think about it, okay? So before it, okay, right now they say it's like 6,000 infected or 3,000, whatever the number is now. When they first shut down Wuhan, it was only just over 1,000 people infected or 2,000 people infected. I'm like, you don't shut down a millions of, you don't shut down. It was sorry, it wasn't even 2,000 infected in Wuhan. It was 2,000 infected around China. And you don't shut down a city with millions of people for only 2,000 infected in the whole country. Like, it did not make any sense. And I think even back then, there was only one case in Hong Kong, one case in Japan, one case in Thailand at that point in time. But now I think like a lot of countries have a case of the virus right now. It didn't make sense that you shutting down. They didn't just shut down the entire city. They shut down trains, planes, buses. You couldn't block the roads. You couldn't get in and you couldn't get out. Like, you don't do that for a couple thousand people. It just does not make sense. So yeah, by now, yes. When I'm talking about when the virus was still like a couple thousand cases, they shut down Wuhan, and people were saying like, "Oh, it's not a big deal." I'm like, "Oh, the numbers are true." I'm like, something's a little off. You don't shut down an entire like city, like millions of people, and for only a couple. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. So that means it's way more. It's way more than the report, and it's way more than every government's letting on, I think, as well. So, but yeah, but now it's yeah, there are cases all over now. I think there's in Brazil. There's is it Vietnam? The UK, I think, has one. The US has quite a few too. So yeah. But yeah, the reason I said I would come on live too, because oh my god, yesterday I was like, I feel as though like everybody, all the news stations in all the countries all over the world at the same time were posting this virus. So yesterday my phone was blowing up. I was like, what is? I switched off my phone because this is like what, we're almost in February. I've been watching this since early January, so people are now seeing this thing, and it was just too much. I'm like, I switched off my phone. I went to a waterfall and relaxed. I'm like, you're stressing me out today. So when I came back and I saw the messages, I still couldn't even answer all them because people were calling me. Like, I missed a bunch of calls, and I'm like, what is going on? I mean, I understand everybody's thing, but what happened is I was already in Sri Lanka by the time they started to really increase, and the good thing about being here is that I was not splurging. I was not spending like wildly. I wasn't staying in expensive hotels. I've been staying in hostels mostly, which also and most of these hostels they cost about $5 US, and then they also give you breakfast. So um, that's been pretty that's been pretty good. And then the breakfast, like even if you do have to buy breakfast is like $1 US or $2 US for like a massive meal, and sometimes I only have to eat once a day. So like for example, I was just telling the guy who runs this one is that um, he I told him, yeah, I had a big dinner last night, so I don't even want breakfast this morning, to be honest. Even though it's free, it's actually included with the room. But I'm trying not to eat too much either, because I need to still try to stick to my fasting. Yeah, so this is my hair post waterfall. I didn't wash it or anything, just I wrapped it up to try to look a little decent this morning. But last night I was like, it was like everywhere. All right. So yeah, so once I heard this breakout happening, I was like, here's what. Sri Lanka is doable. I can stay here for a bit. I have to go renew my visa because they give you, in Sri Lanka, they give you 1 month at first, 30 days, and then you have to renew. And then once you renew, I think they give you 2 more months. So I think I'm gonna stay here for a bit. Sri Lanka has been canceling flights from China, um, so I'm gonna stay here for a bit because I think it's this is this is a little safe haven for a bit. Um, I don't want to do anything like drastic, like fly, because everybody's like, fly back home, get your butt back home, Ethan. But yeah, I think I'll just wait it out a bit here and see. Okay, let me see what else you guys. If you have any more questions, let me know. Let me see. Sorry, woo, sorry, lots of questions. I still don't know if it's close my box. I don't know. I think I will go back, but I don't think it's anytime soon, to be honest. Um, yeah. What are the symptoms? So as I was saying, the symptoms are like it's flu-like symptoms, and then coughing, sneezing, but then you get a really high fever. That's difficult to go down. I heard kidney failure, but it happens too. Pneumonia, it develops into pneumonia. Is it contagious? Yes, it is contagious. Um, is it just those who've eaten wild animals? So they thought at first, when they first started to report it, they're like, oh, they were like, oh, we don't know how it's spread. And then the second thing you heard was, oh, it's spread by eating some wild animals, and then the virus jumped the wild animals, and then they was like, oh, it's jumping from wild animals to humans, and then they were like, oh, no, it's jumping from human to human. So, like, it's just you heard so many things, nobody knows. So where will you be heading out to Sri Lanka? I'm staying here for a bit, guys. I heard there was a cure, but not available until summer. I don't know. It's already here. Yeah, it's already in the U.S. Yeah, this is like a movie, I guess, and I'm part of it. Sorry. Um, I'll tell you more stories, but I can't. It's not. Thank you so much, Papa. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I got my tea. Thank you. Just 1 second, guys. I got my tea. I got my tea, my tea, my tea. Oh God, yeah, never. Oh, there we go. Not quite, but almost. Oh, that works. Just pouring my tea. I got some tea. I'm just gonna have tea this morning. I'm gonna fast until because I ate my last meal last night at around 8:39 last night. So I'm gonna fast. It's not even 12 hours yet since I ate my last meal. So I'm probably going to fast until 3-4 o'clock today, which is it's okay. I'll just drink water and tea until then. Then I'll probably have dinner. Because one of my friends from China who works, she's been here too. She got to Sri Lanka a week after me, and she's been here a while too. So she's coming. We're meeting up tomorrow. She's gonna come here, and I think no, she's coming. Sorry, it's today. We're gonna have dinner. Probably gonna have dinner. So I'll save my calories and my food for later. So yeah, I'm gonna stay here for a bit, guys. Yeah, I heard there's a case in Canada too. Yeah, everybody's saying, yeah, it's a good thing I'm here. I know. It's just so crazy. To, the choice that I made for my vacation this year was just amazing. It was just perfect. Sri Lanka is beautiful. Yeah, I'm saying. It's not from eating pasta. That's how it spreads. Girl, pajama girl. You're thinking ahead, girl. Have you been able to keep up your regimen in Sri Lanka? My hair regimen? Not really, no. I was able to what about your work in China? my work in China, guys. That's like the least of my problems right now. Like everybody's stressing about that. Like, oh my god, what about your job? I'm like, yo, that's the least of my. I'm like, that's the least of my problems. All my stuff is back in China though. My laptop. Yo, I want my laptop. That's the one thing I wish I had brought with me, my laptop. So I could actually sit down and edit vlogs now. I got time. I got time to edit vlogs. Um, I don't know. I don't know. I really have no answers about my job, what's going on. And it's not just me, it's a lot of teachers who are stranded outside of China. Um, there's some teachers who headed back the very same day they locked down our school, so that they couldn't enter. They were literally stuck in limbo. There was nowhere for them to go. And some of them, they had been staying in hotels, so it was pretty expensive. And if they, that was like the 26th or 27th of January. So, I mean, every day feels like a year right now. I'm like, are we still in January and this thing is still brewing? Yes, it is. Um, so, so yeah, a lot of them are saying they can't afford to stay in hotels anymore. I sent a message in the group. I'm like, y'all need to stay in hostels because there is no way you'll be able to keep up the cost of staying in hotels if we can't return to work anytime soon. You know, we really don't know when we're returning, and everybody's like asking the school, you need to tell us when we're starting back. I'm like, the school doesn't even know how bad this thing really is. They're going based on what the government is telling them, you know. So once they had an idea, the government told them, the 17th of February seems to be the date. And that's the thing too, the date might change again. So some people flew back home. Honestly, it's actually cheaper for me to stay in Sri Lanka. Like, I spend only $5 a day sometimes because that's how much my hostel costs. It gives me food. They give me food at breakfast, and it's filling. It lasts me the whole day, pretty much. And if I don't do anything else, like that's all I spend, $5. You know, so it's much cheaper for me to stay here. Um, what else? Yeah, if you have any more questions about being here in Sri Lanka or China, what's going on? There are a lot of Trinis and no, there are a lot of Trinidadians in China. Um, there are over 100 Trinidadians in China. Right now, there's some who traveled. Um, the other reason why I don't think it's just a few thousand cases, or a couple. Like I heard 6,000 recently. The reason I don't believe is that I'm like, why are countries evacuating their citizens for only a couple thousand cases in China? It just doesn't make sense, guys. It doesn't make sense. The U.S. evacuated their citizens from Wuhan, I think, a week ago, and at that point in time, it was only a few thousand cases. Guys, I don't know how much it is. Could be way more. I don't want to say a number because then everybody's like, oh my god, everybody will lose their minds. As if everybody isn't already losing their minds. Um, yeah. Countries have been evacuating their citizens. So, on one hand, you hear, oh, it's just a regular flu. Why is everybody panicking? Be calm. And then you hear, oh, why people are evacuating their citizens? The US, UK, and I think a bunch of other countries, Japan, I think France evacuated their citizens. So, it's crazy. Like, you hear one, like, oh, be calm. Then you hear, why is everybody, like, people are evacuating their citizens. It's crazy, it's crazy. So if you have any questions about China, what's going on there, what's going on with me, where I'm at, what I'm doing. I'm not doing anything all day, guys. I'm just sitting out in the sunshine because I'm like, it's cold in China right now. Let me get as much sun as I can get. I need my vitamins from the sun. So every day I just rub my skin and coconut oil and just sit in the sun and just take in some sunshine. That's what I do every day right now. Have you been able to? No. Oh, I've been sad and hurt, so sad and hurt if anything were to happen to you, Ife. I feel as though you're a long distance friend. Oh, you are so sweet. I really hope I get to meet you guys one day. That'll be amazing. Yeah, you are my guys are my friends. That's why I was like, you know what? Let me come on here and chat with you guys. Let you guys know I'm safe and sound. I'm in one piece. I'm okay. People think I'm still in China. I'm not. I haven't been there since January 13th. I left for vacation, and it just so happened I'm staying where I am. I guess I'm on extended vacation. Some people are like, "Oh, it's amazing." I'm like, "Oh, I don't know." I mean, I'm not. I'm grateful that I'm in a place where I can chill for a bit. I'm not in an expensive location, and I almost didn't even come to Sri Lanka because I took so long to get my passport back from Trinidad. My new passport. I'm like, oh my god, I might even go. I almost didn't even book it. But then my girlfriend, who's gonna meet up with me soon today, she was like, "If I already booked my ticket to Sri Lanka because I wanted to travel with you." Um, so I was like, "Oh crap! I'll feel bad not booking my ticket, knowing that she's here." So that's why I ended up still booking a ticket for Sri Lanka. But I almost didn't. So thank God for my friend, y'all. Hopefully you'll get to meet her. Y'all met her once on my lives already back in Shanghai. She lives in Nanjing in China. So anyways, her school got postponed to the 17th of February too. The whole thing is troublesome. Don't be worried, guys. I mean, worrying won't help the situation, right? You can't believe the government. They have a god complex, and now everything is backfired. This is what happens when you play with fire and and it spreads, and others bring. People, you don't know what's going on. the the numbers are definitely more. I agree. This is what happens when you eat things that is not meant to be eaten. I still don't think it was just that. Valid point. US and Japan evacuated persons at flights grounded. WHO deciding whether to call a global epidemic. This is more than the news is letting on. I agree. Exactly. That's what everybody was questioning. A lot of my friends was from China were like from foreign they're foreigners, but they work in China too, and they were like, WHO doesn't want to say it's an epidemic. Like, what? Doesn't make sense. Like, we're like, somebody is in somebody's back pocket. That's why they're not calling it an epidemic. It just doesn't make sense. So, it was crazy. And then the next thing you hear, WHO calls it an epidemic. So I'm like, it's just, something's off, guys. The numbers don't add up. The rate at which evacuations happened. Put two and two together, guys. I'm not even a conspiracy theorist usually, but guys, this ain't right. Something ain't right. Oh, I want to show y'all. Yeah, I can show y'all where I'm at. Before I say what? Move away from the coffer joke. You're funny. Well, actually, it's not funny. I've been, like, when I was in Thailand, I think I was already like, why are you coughing? Yeah, I am. I am people, that's what I'm talking about. It'll become a major outbreak if they don't quickly create a cure. Maybe that's the other. Hey, it's a squirrel. Oh. That's the other thing I love about talking about wild animals. That's one thing I love about Sri Lanka. The animals are like so free here. You see squirrels running about. You see butterflies like floating around like, all the time, like hundreds of butterflies. You see monkeys just jumping from trees to trees. It's like so beautiful. Yeah. You don't get a contagious airborne virus from eating something. Please stop. Ooh, snap. Oh, God. Oh, my. Don't fight, please. Guys, don't fight. Anyway, so let me show you where I'm at. Let me see if I can do. This is where... okay, so this is my tea that I'm drinking right now. So I got a huge pot of tea here. That's what I've been sipping on. Let me just pour it out for a second. Enjoy some trees in a second. In the meantime, guys, enjoy some tea. So if you have any questions, post them now while well, there's some herb. There's some herb if I'd like, you know. It's Ayurvedic, guys. So relax, relax. It's medicinal, right? Anyways, so these are the trees. Oh, let me show you. This is really exciting. This is the train tracks where the train passes all day. Maybe I think the train might pass while we're filming. I'm not sure. It passed about an hour ago already, and it's a really cool train. I don't know if I posted that on my Instagram, but if you want to, you can check out E360 TV. The train tracks run here, right here. So I'm staying right next to the train tracks. So look at the greenery. Look at the greenery, the lush forest. Can you see that? Let's see if you can see the squirrel. It's very loud. Do you see it? Look at right there. There's the squirrel right there. Squirrel. It's very loud today. There are no butterflies yet. I think they'll come later. So some ladies conversing about maybe their plans for the day. And let's come over here. Oh, little baby. Hi. And then this is a view over here. Ooh, let me show you one of my favorite things that I saw when I first got here. The tea plantation. They have tea plantations here like in abundance. So guys, I'll tell you this. A lot of the tea that you drink in the world, it comes from Sri Lanka. So what happens, they harvest their teas all day long here. Well, more in the morning actually. And they have like hundreds and hundreds of tea plantations. So after they've processed the tea, and I went to a factory that processes tea as well in Sri Lanka. And after they've processed the tea, they take it to Colombo, the capital, for processing. And then companies auction it off. And then a lot of companies like Dilmah tea, Lipton tea, all those fancy teas that you all drink, a lot of them come from right here. It's unfortunate though because Sri Lanka doesn't benefit that much from the amount of money these companies all over the world are making. So let me show you what it looks like. Then I'll show you around the hostel. Alright. So anyway, so this is a tea plantation. Isn't that beautiful? So there are women who usually pick these teas all day long. So when I went to the tea factory, they actually tell you the statistics about the women. So they work 8 hours a day like usual, like everybody else. But then guys, they have to pick I think 18 kilograms of tea. You know how light that tea is? You should see the tiny little piece of tea that they pick. They don't even pick the whole thing. They pick the buds, guys. The buds. Tiny little buds. 3 little leaves that make that when they separate them, they make one makes white tea, one makes green tea, one makes black tea. You should see the time. 18 kilograms. It's crazy. So this is beautiful. I love it here. It's freezing at night, but in the day it's so lovely. So you see little tuk-tuks? That's how they get around, using these tuk-tuks. You'll get to see a little bit of Sri Lankan life here. Aren't you lucky? Aren't you glad you tuned into this live today? Yeah. So this is the view, guys, every morning. It's so beautiful. Oh. Do you have any questions about Sri Lanka, guys? Oh, you can't see clearly? Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh. I'm so sorry. So anyway, so this is where I'm staying. And then this is the like the lounge area upstairs. And then downstairs we sleep downstairs. You having coffee? Having coffee?
Yeah.
Ah, nice. Alright. So this is where I'm sitting down, doing the live stream. So I'm sitting down here. That's my tea there. I love this place. It's like so chill. It's like my vibe, yo. It's my vibe. Alright. Alright. Okay, so let me see what questions you guys have. If you have any more questions, post. That's what we're here for. Um, uh, Too much nature. So funny. What kind of tea it is? I think it's just black tea. It's Lipton. Oh, I don't have that much tea today. I want more tea. Let me see. I didn't get much tea today. Yeah. I think I'm gonna ask for more tea in a second. Um, I think it's black tea that I'm drinking. How high up are you? Wow, it's beautiful fresh air. Yeah. How high up am I? Let me see. Let me have a Google. I'm gonna Google how high I'm not gonna tell you what town I'm at, because based on what I was talking about today, nobody's coming for me. Um, uh, Alright, let's see. I'm checking to see how high up. Okay, so I am 1,000 meters above sea level, approximately. Um, okay, let me see. Let me see. Yeah, the air's very fresh and clean here. I'm like, my lungs just couldn't even handle it at first. I'm like, oh my god, fresh air. I can't. I don't know. My body couldn't process it at first. I'm being honest. I live in China. um, yeah, tea's good. How far from the city am I? Actually, this is not even a city. This is a town. It's so small. It's literally, I couldn't even show it. It's literally just one street. That's it. It's so small. It's just one street, and hardly. It's more foreigners here than locals. Unfortunately, I think the locals pretty much run the businesses, and then locals run the businesses, and the foreigners are here to be tourists. So, but it's just so green and so. It's just chill. I love the vibe here. Yeah, it's beautiful. You wish it was more clear. I'm so sorry. Yeah, you always wanted to come to Sri Lanka. To be honest, Sri Lanka wasn't even on my radar of places to visit. But then a few of my friends from China who were living in China, they had visited and they were like, Ife, oh my gosh, you need to go to Sri Lanka. Like, they couldn't even like express clearly at first. I'm like, what do you mean? What is it do you love? So they were like, the food is amazing. The people are great. It's just like the amount of greenery and nature. You could go into the mountains if you want. You can go to a safari if you want to. The air is so fresh and so clean. It's just such a variety of landscapes, like all in one country. Like you need some usually if you have to go to different countries to get this, but no, it's all in one. Like it's all in one country. Um, Let me see. Yeah, they have national parks, like massive national parks where you can see tons of elephants and leopards and wildlife. So I already did one. I don't know if you all saw it on my Instagram where I'm getting chased by an elephant. Just saying, go check it out. Um, yeah, so yeah, right. But it's cool. So that's how I decided to come because my friends were raving about it and they were like, Ife, it's cheap. You know me. First thing I hear, I'm like, cheap? Okay, I'm there. So yeah, the cost of living is very low here, so it's easy to travel around for cheaply. Did you say it was in Colombia? No, no, no. I was saying Colombo is a city, the capital city of Sri Lanka. So that's where they go to auction the teas that they've processed in other parts of Sri Lanka. How's the nightlife? I think it depends on where. And I'll be honest, I haven't really been out at night here in Sri Lanka compared to other countries. Talk about that another time, not the place, not the right time to talk about it. Do they have the moringa plant there? They probably do. I haven't really looked or asked about it. Um, yeah, Sri Lanka's near India. It's like you get India without being in India. It's very similar to Indian culture. A lot of the food. Oh, somebody asked me about food. Oh God. Oh, the food is so good. So they have this thing called coconut sambal. It's just a side dish that you eat with food, but oh, it is so good. Like you made it from grated coconut, oh, and they put spices in it, oh, and then they give it to you with food. Oh my God. Ooh, but I'll tell you one, like a dish, that I had yesterday again, and I had it for the first time, when I first came to this town that I'm in. It's called Lumprais, I think. But oh my God, it's literally a lump of rice with vegetables and curried mango, and like it's like sweet and salty and sour, and it's sweet and savory. And they bring you this mango chutney, and bring coconut sambal. Oh, and they put it all together, and they bake it in an oven. And chicken, you put chicken too. They put it all together, and they put it in a banana leaf, and they bake it in the oven, and they bring it for you. It's so good. That's like one of my favorite dishes as well. It's really good. Tea flushes out your system. It's so great for you. I take tea any day, any weather, even when sweating hot. Yeah, me too. All those animals are too close. Oh, people is funny. People is like Ife. It's too close to come to. Back it up. Back it up. That squirrel is like at it this morning. Oh, it's coming closer. Yeah, I'm 1,000 meters above sea level. How did you find the hostel? So I find hostels usually on booking.com. I'm becoming very good at booking hostels lately though. Or sometimes, like if I meet some people in a hostel, and they like the next place I'm going to, if they've been there, they tell me. Sometimes they'll be like, yeah, they will recommend a hostel to me, and I will check it out, check all the reviews and stuff, and if the reviews are up to my standard, because everybody has a different standard of what they can tolerate, then I would book it. If not, I'll be like, I'll pass on that, and I'll find a hostel that will be more comfortable for me. So, I mean, it's cool. It's been cool so far. I haven't stayed at any hostels where it was like, no. I've actually stayed at hostels where the rating was really poor and the reviews were bad, but I was like, what were they talking about? It was really nice. Yeah. How did I find this hostel? Yeah, Booking.com. And the weirdest thing too, I usually book hostels that have hundreds of reviews. I mean hundreds. So I know, like for sure, if it's a decent place or whatever, or if it's sometimes the pictures are deceiving on Booking.com, and when you read the reviews, people are like, the pictures looks nothing like what you actually see. It's disgusting. But no, when that's some of the reviews you see sometimes. But this one, it actually had very few reviews. I think it's like 12 reviews, which is rare for a place for me to book. And I'm like, I don't know if I should stay here. And I was like, you know what? I would just come and check it out, and if I don't like it, I could also always cancel on booking. Because I was literally in the mountains in the same town, but I stayed 2 nights in the mountains in a tent. And then I came down, I was like, no, I want to stay in this town now because I want to have a little bit of town life. Because in the mountains was so lonely. I was lonely. I mean, it wasn't bad. It was a good peace of mind. Actually, it was a perfect place to do like a 3-day fast, and I should have done it, to be honest. But you know, people not used to you fasting, or they don't know fasting, don't understand it. They're like, "Oh, what do you do? You want breakfast? Do you want breakfast? Do you want breakfast? You're not hungry. You're not hungry. You're not hungry." I'm like, "Oh my God, I do not want food." So if they had stopped asking me about food, I would have stayed longer and fasted. But oh my God, people are literally trying to shove food down my throat sometimes. I do not want food, so trying to feed me all the time. I think I'm gonna drop down and die sometimes. Okay. Or sometimes I just have a yogurt for dinner, and people are like a huge tub of yogurt, and they're like, "Huh? That's all you're having?" I'm like, "Yes." Okay, so anyways, yes, I was staying in that town for 2 days, and then I came into the town, so I've been here 2 more days already. And yeah, so I said, you know what, I'll check out the hostel, and if it doesn't work out, I'll just find somewhere else. And when I got here, I was like, I'll stay in 2 more days. Like, I'll stay 4 days. And then I went to a pool to hang out for a bit. And then I was like, you know what? I think I want to stay here 5 days. So far, I think I've been here at this hostel, I think just 3 nights. 3 nights, yeah. So so yeah, even though it didn't have that many reviews, it's a brand new hostel. It's only 2 months old, so it does not have many reviews. But that was a risk. I don't do that much. Um, yeah, people want a personal zoo, no barriers between people and animals. Oh, you think it will pass on going there? Nice on YouTube. I avoid animals, but don't even like domestic dogs and cats, allergic to those. That squirrel is still chirping. Noisy critter. I think it had some medicinal plants. You're funny. It stopped now. I don't know where it is. Maybe he wanted to join. Oh, it's right here now. Oh, he's right here. Let's see if I can show you guys. There we go. Oh, where'd it go? Oh, he was right there. I don't know where I disappeared to. That was too cute though. Sorry. Yeah. Where did I disappear to? Oh, he was right there. Hmm. Wait, what is going on? What was that retard posting just now? I'm sorry, I'm now seeing this. Sorry, guys. Sorry. I'm so sorry, guys. Sorry. Um. Okay, I reported him. I'm sorry. I wasn't paying attention. Yeah, I don't think I've ever heard squirrels chirp either. I didn't even know they were so loud. I don't know where he ran to either. That squirrel is living his best life, that's what. It's like squirrels like that don't speak up. Okay, he's gone now, guys. Sorry about that. Octavia, that squirrel is easing its way to Ife. If you make it sound like call a dog. Kissy, that's how you call a squirrel. Found out. Alright, he's blocked. He's gone. He clearly needs help. So is he blocked now? I think he's blocked now, guys. Yeah. Yeah, that person needs help. Okay. I only saw the name. I didn't know I didn't realize what he was doing. Okay. This tea's not very hot today. I want some hot tea. Nah, you invited him to a block party. Alright, so any more questions? Ooh, we've been here almost an hour already. I wanted to come on live because they put on music later and y'all would not be able to hear me. I wouldn't even bother to go live if I'd come on any later. And the train here, it comes like 7 in the morning. It passes by at 7. So that woke me up. I was like, okay, sleep is over. Me tired. But it's time to get up. And I said since yesterday that I would do a live today anyway. So the timing was good that I woke up earlier. Because usually, ma'am, don't want to wake up till like 8 something. So yeah. So, and do you have any more questions for me? What I'm up to? What's going on? Any other questions? 'Cause I answered quite a few questions about the situation in China, which I mean I don't even know for sure because I don't think we're being told the truth or the full truth. And then I also mentioned to you guys what I'm doing with hair, which is nothing. Just waiting it out here. I have to go renew my visa for Sri Lanka in about 10. What date it is now? In about 10 days, I think I will renew my visa. About 10 to 12 days. Yeah, but I'm doing alright, guys. I wish. What's diabetic tussin? What's that? Tuzin? What's that? I don't even know. What? Yeah. Um. Uh. Let me ask for more tea. I need more tea. It's like it's not even hot. Like, how am I being cheated on tea today? What's going on? Hey, Bato. Can I get more tea, please? Is that okay? More tea? Thank you. Yeah. Oh, okay. Oh, like Robitussin, diabetic tussin. Oh, okay. That's good to know. I haven't taken. Hi, good morning. I haven't taken cough medicine in a long time. One thing I would say though, like, uh, I'm hoping that the fasting that I've been doing have been helping with my immunity. So, as I was saying earlier, I haven't been fasting as much as I was back in China. It was actually much easier. I mean, like, there's just food everywhere here, guys. But I was much more strict with my eating habits in Sri Lanka. So so yeah, I'm hoping that what the work that I did do before I got hair, and I'm gonna start back on my fasting really soon. I'm hoping that will help with my immunity and making sure I stay safe from this situation that's happening, this virus. But yeah. So lately I've been trying to fast like at least 20 hours a day, 18 to 20 hours a day. I'm just tuning in. How are you? Oh, you're not tuning in. Hey, Cam. I'm alright. I'm good. Oh, okay. Sorry, wait. Let me see. I see some more. Mm. Oh, you got him safe. Thank you. You're welcome. Yeah, I'm okay. Um, cause I know people, especially if you've been watching my YouTube, you'd know I love living there, and that's where I've been. And so people actually think I'm still there. So I just wanted to come on to let you guys know. So hey, Faye, I thought you were still in China. When I heard the 7 p.m. news, I thought about you. Glad to know you're out sub from China. Oh, nice, yeah. So yeah, the news have been, I think, stressing everybody out. So then everybody's calling me and stressing me out. So I'm like, yo guys, cool. I'm not there. I'm not there. I'm not there. I'm not there now. I'm not there. I'm not there. I tell everybody I'm not there. I am here in Sri Lanka. It's chill. It's cool. Um, Now, if it does get worse in Asia, though, I'm good. I'm gonna just like you. I'm not gonna stay. I'm gonna head out. That's my plan. My second plan. Stage one, stay here because I want to stay nearby my school. I mean nearby the area. I shouldn't say school. Nearby the area, just in case, and wait it out a bit. And then if it gets really bad in Asia, as SpongeBob would say, I'ma head out. Okay. Now the crazy thing is, this is the funniest thing. I have, because my passport expired. It's crazy. My original passport, my new passport. Then I have my previous passport that has my residence permit for China. Then I have my previous old passport with my U.S. visa. Guess where that is? In China. Because I'm like, I don't want to walk with, because when I went on vacation, I'm like, I don't want to walk around with three passports. It's best I leave my passport in China, where I will be heading back to. Not knowing this thing is about to blow up. So if or when I have to go back to the West, I actually can't pass through the US because I don't have my visa. But thankfully, there are other ways to get back home if I need to, or other areas of the world. I have a safe haven. People have been messaging me. It's like, Ife, if you need to crash, you can come here. Ife, um, find your backside here if you need to. So I don't necessarily have to go all the way back to Trinidad, thankfully, because it would save me some money. Because it would be costly to head back home, because I have to go back to Trinidad anyways in July to finalize my divorce and get this backside out of my life. To be honest, so yeah, that so I really was trying not to fly home twice this year. But if push comes to shove, I have somewhere to crash in different parts of the world, away from Asia for a bit. And what you laughing at, trying? You're funny. Okay, let's see. I'm good, Cam. Thanks for asking. How are you? How are you guys? I'm not talking about me. How are you guys doing? Um, what time is it here? It is 9. It's 10 past 9 a.m. on Thursday, the 30th of January. Um, so people, you have a flu for 3 weeks and platelets are low. Oh man, damn. What are you doing? Are you doing anything besides taking medicine? Maybe some fasting. Okay. Elderberry. Okay. Man, I haven't had elderberry in a long time. Uh, 10:39. Yeah, it's like an hour. Sorry, 9.5 hours I think from the ahead of the west. So just said I'll come on and hang with you guys, let you guys know, hey, I'm okay. I know, right? This is why, you see, the fact that this guy is challenging. This is another live stream, but I'll end it like this. This is why women out here are having divorce parties, because men out here don't want to let go. They don't want to end things. Okay, the same person who said when I told him at first that I wanted to get a divorce, he was like, "Oh, I won't stop you from getting a divorce." Guess who's the same person trying to challenge the divorce? Doesn't want to get move on. That guy. So anyways, I just wanted to say this is why women out here are having divorce parties because of men. By the way, I found out a statistic that men are the women are the ones most likely to end a divorce. So guess who a marriage benefits more than anybody else? A man. So I don't even know. I'm like, I ain't doing this crap again. Men are out here getting the best end of the stick. The guys, I have to go anyways. Ended on a really weird note. My battery on this is about to die. I wish I had left it. I wish I had charged it because I would have been able to stay longer. Um, but yeah, divorce party. I've been thinking about that for a while. Oh, people are now coming in. That's so funny. Oh, fly out to New Jersey, girl. I can't. My U.S. visa is in China. I can't. I left it there. I left that passport there. I would have had 3 passports on me, guys. I can't. 3 passports? No. So, and it's so funny. I'm due to renew my. Actually, I might be able to renew my visa. I have to figure that one out. How I would do it. I'm due to renew my visa this year too. So, timing is just crazy for everything. Crazy. Oh, you want me to come to New Jersey, but I won't be able to come to New Jersey on this trip. And I would love to hang with you too. A big divorce trip. As if my whole. You know what's so funny? Oh my god. We need to talk about this. Literally just yesterday, I was saying this to someone. My very first solo trip was because of him. Because I was like, the last time I'd seen him, it wasn't very good, the way he had behaved. And I was like, you know what? I'm going on a trip. And I had never traveled by myself. That's when I booked Malaysia and I booked Thailand. Those were my first 2 solo trips. And I have been hooked on solo tripping ever since. And I've never thought of traveling by myself. I always used to be like, oh, I'll wait for him to travel. Oh, I'll wait until I have money to travel. One, you don't need to wait for anybody to travel. And you don't need to wait. You don't need to have a lot of money to travel. Sorry, I'm talking really fast because it's a lot. Oh my gosh. This is a. Oh my god. I can't even charge my. I can't even charge. Oh god. How am I gonna charge? Oh, let me see. Oh, be sure to take care of your hair in Sri Lanka. You've been working so hard. I told my ex when he kept refusing to give me that divorce that I would just simply outlive him. Ooh, snap. And that was enough for him to see that it was truly over. And I wasn't going to change my mind and go back. Ooh, snap. Ooh, boy. I need to tell you all how delusional this man thinks he is, too. Man, right? And say, oh, counseling will fix this. Man, God can't fix this. I'm so sorry. Um, anyways, rant is over. Rant is over. Okay, see you all later. That's a little extra in the end for you guys. People, by the way, you're savage. Okay? I will see you all later, guys. Hopefully we catch up again soon. I'll probably come on again with my girlfriend. Maybe in a couple of days I will Skype with her and get her take on this whole situation. Thank you so much, Barbara. Thank you. Got my tea, guys. My tea. Alright, so I'll see you all soon. My battery's about to die. And I'll chat. Yeah, I really will come on again soon because, I think y'all need a little bit of reassurance that we are okay. Alright? Talk to you soon, guys. Bye.